Good afternoon. It is now 12:35. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6, and this is when we spend a little bit of time together after our new newscast and talk about what we're working on for our newscast later today. And probably no surprise to you that weather is one of our big stories today because of the chill. We'll have a check on your forecast for you in just a moment. But as we love to do on Wednesdays, we like to check in with News 6's Erik von Ancken, always joining us live from an exciting surprise location. And Erik, you have a whole lot going on today. So thank you so much for stopping and taking time. I know you've been shooting one story, you're going to be covering the launch, and then you have a Protecting Our Community airing today.
Hey, Julie. I have some really, well, I don't know. Okay, good news or bad news? I guess it's good news for me, but bad news for me, but
Okay.
even worse news for the people who want to see this rocket lift off this afternoon with the four astronauts on board. So it's been scrubbed.
Oh,
Um, we have we just got word that they're standing down for today and that
hmm
they're going to try again tomorrow. I believe the launch window is about half an hour earlier tomorrow. Today was supposed to be at 5:11
hmm
p.m. And so that should put it around 4:40 or 4:50, something like that
Okay.
tomorrow. I got to tell you, I don't know what the issue is or why.
hmm
Weather was supposed to be great. Well, I mean, you would know this better than I would. Supposed to be fantastic. 95% chance of a go, at least weather-wise.
Yeah.
We'll see what it was. Maybe it was take a closer look at the hardware, but we know the rockets on the pad and everything had been looking good up
Wow.
until this point.
Okay. Wow. So a little breaking news right there on Take 6 for you. Yeah, the weather should be clear and looking good for that. Now, I know you are also airing a Protecting Our Community segment tonight, and this is such an interesting story. You're taking us to Lake County and telling us about the Work in Lieu of Arrest program and how that's getting results for the community and for kids with minor offenses.
You got it exactly right, Julie. So this is something that many counties do across Florida,
Mhm.
if not all of them. More and more of them, like I said, maybe all of them now, are doing what they call civil citations, and really, it's another alternative for kids who get in trouble. Teenagers typically as old as 17 and kids as young as 10,
Wow.
if a deputy or a police officer decides that the issue that arose with the child is not to the level of a major offense. So in other words, no
Mhm.
felonies, no domestic violence incidents, nothing that requires any sort of restitution. If it's minor enough, the officer may decide, hey, we're not going to arrest you. We're going to keep you out of the criminal justice system, and we're going to do something called a civil citation. Now, what you're looking at here in Lake County is they have this program called WILA for short, WILA, Work in Lieu of Arrest, as you said, Julie. And the idea is when you get your civil citation, it doesn't just end there. You have to show up at this office. You have to do things like these young people are doing,
Mhm.
picking up trash, beautification projects. You have to learn about the law. You have to understand from the gentleman who you saw just a few minutes ago. His name is Jeff, who runs the program, Jeffy Lair in Lake County. You have to understand that there are real consequences and that this could have gone the other way had the officer or deputy decided to actually put you under arrest, because
Mhm.
then you would have been arrested. You may not be convicted, but you would have been arrested, and that would have been on your record, potentially forever. So the idea is, Julie, if they get through this program, this work in lieu of arrest, if they agree to work and they agree to be drug tested and, essentially be good citizens and stay out of trouble, then this civil citation eventually just goes away and the kids don't have a criminal record.
And I imagine that as these kids who've gone through this program grow up and, become adults, they have to really appreciate that this changed the course of their lives. There's a big difference between, having a record as a teenager and then being able to have this erased through learning about the justice system as well as doing some work here.
You hit the nail on the head, and that is really what drew us to this story. Jeff, who runs the program again for Lake County at the probation office, said that this is good for everybody. This is good for the community. This is protecting our community because it's turning kids around and getting them off that path to where things could escalate and the crimes could be more intentional and more violent, or violent to begin with down the road. Um, but more than anything, it helps kids because, we know, I mean, if you end up with a criminal record, it's going to alter the course of your life dramatically.
Yeah.
We do so many stories about people in jail, particularly in Flagler County. We've done a bunch with how the jail chief there has put so much time and effort into giving inmates an opportunity when they get out of jail to be able to work because it is so hard to work. So, he's done things like we spotlighted a cooking program there in Flagler County
Yes.
because these inmates learned how to cook and then they were hired by a local restaurant owner. He's got a few restaurants there now. And he's giving them a chance in the kitchen. But it's a very unique situation because, working in a kitchen is one of the few examples of places that might hire you down the road if you do have especially a lengthy criminal record, right? It's so particular and it's so tough to get a job. These kids, to steal that phrase, they know not what they do. I mean, some of them,
Hmm.
again, as young as 10, doing really stupid things that could really make the rest of their lives difficult. And this takes that into account without them even realizing it,
Yeah.
and hopefully prevents them from getting that criminal record.
I mean, you think about a kid as young as 10, we both have kids, so many people watching have kids, and their brains just cannot wrap around how doing some of these, like you said, stupid things can follow you forever. And so I'm just so happy that this program is working so well because, we all know kids don't always make the best decisions. Adults don't, but certainly kids make, some not great decisions at times.
I have a 12-year-old, Julie. I know yours is a little bit older, 12-year-old son, and he just turned 13. And we had a long conversation just last night. I spent 3 hours with him helping him understand the math that he, for some reason, has not been able to grasp. We spent 3 hours,
Hmm.
and I said, I will help you anytime. I'm happy to help you. But where you have to learn is to grow up, take responsibility, and and stop doing the stupid things that you keep doing. That's part of getting older, and that's part of learning. One note about Lake County, what was also so impressive about it is so their rate of recidivism, so that's
Hmm.
kids who actually make it through this program and reoffend, is 6 times lower than the
Wow.
state average. So the state average is six
Hmm.
percent, which is good, right? Only 6% of the kids that go through the civil citation program and the work in lieu of arrest reoffend. In Lake County, it's only 1%. They're very proud of
Wow.
that.
That is incredible. They should be. And Eric, I'm very proud that you were able to help your 12-year-old with math because I try to help. My daughter's 14. I try to help sometimes, and we just get annoyed, and she'll hop on for online tutoring or maybe consult her dad, who's better at
I didn't say it was easy, Julie, and that's why it took 3 hours.
math. It's still impressive, though. I'm very proud of you, Eric. And we're looking forward to your
Hey,
story. And I know you'll have more on the launch being scrubbed later today on News 6 as well.
yes, as well. So thank you so much for the time, and hey, hope you have a great day, and hopefully this rocket goes off tomorrow with the astronauts.
All right, sounds good. Erik von Ancken, thank you so much. All right, let's get a check of your forecast now. I hope you're keeping warm and cozy today. Certainly, it was a little bit of shock stepping outside today, although we knew the cold weather was coming. But when you actually step outside and feel it, it definitely gives you a little bit of a jolt. Here's what it looks like for you right now on the satellite and radar imagery. We are not tracking any rain, seeing a little bit of cloud cover in some spots, but overall, we've had a decent amount of sunshine today. Here are your temperatures right now. It is 46 degrees in Ocala, 55 in Cocoa Beach, 53 in Kissimmee, 46 in Palm Coast, still in the 40s as we head farther to the south, down toward Daytona Beach at 48, New Smyrna Beach also sitting at 48. Now, this is the difference over the last 24 hours. Right now, we are 27 degrees cooler in New Smyrna Beach than we were yesterday at this time. On average, about 20 to 25 degrees cooler area-wide. All of that, of course, behind the cold front that brought us the rain yesterday. Afternoon highs today go to 57 in Orlando, 58 in Kissimmee, 52 in Ocala and Melbourne. You top out at 61 degrees. Now, overnight tonight, another cold night ahead for us. 46 for the lows in Orlando and Kissimmee. Ocala, you fall back into the 30s to 36 degrees and 40 in Palm Coast. Factor in the winds, it will feel a little bit cooler than that. Here's how it looks for you as we roll out the next 7 days. Now, tomorrow we begin to warm up. We go into the low 70s both tomorrow and Friday. Slight chance of some showers with another cold front that comes comes through behind that front. Cool again for Saturday, so really just a roller coaster with those temperatures. 55 on Saturday, 60 on Sunday, Monday up to 69, then Tuesday back into the 70s with a chance of showers. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will have more details on all of this for you on News 6 at 4. Lisa Bell, Ginger Gadsden, and I will be with you on News 6 at 4 as well. If you have any questions or comments or anything you want us to know here at Take 6, head to clickorlando.com/take6. Let us know what's on your mind. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you at 4.